Hi friends, it's Jennifer from Live, Laugh, Love to Read. Today I am doing a book review on The Stuff That Never Happened by Maddie Dawson. So I'm giving this book 3.8 stars. What does that mean in Jennifer's world? That means it was pretty good. I'm not giving it 4 stars because the first part didn't really grab me like I wanted it to. In fact, I almost laid it down and didn't finish it, but I picked it back up, and the middle and the ending redeemed it for me, and so 3.8 stars. And let me tell you what it's about. Annabelle McKay knows she shouldn't have any complaints. She's been in a stable marriage that's lasted almost 3 decades and has provided her with 2 wonderful children, thousands of family dinners around a sturdy oak table, and a husband so devoted that he schedules lovemaking into his calendar every Wednesday morning. Other wives envy the fact that Grant is not the type of man who would ever cheat on her or leave her for a younger woman. The trouble is, Annabelle isn't sure she wants to be married to Grant anymore. The trouble is, she's still in love with someone else. In the early, tumultuous years of her marriage, Annabelle carried on a clandestine affair with the one person whose betrayal would hurt her husband the most. When it ended, she and Grant found their way back together and made a pact that they would never speak of that time again. But now, years later, with their children grown and gone and an ominous distance opening between them, she can't help but remember those glorious, passionate days and wonder if she chose the right man. Yeah. So we are following Annabelle. She's our main character, and she is married to Grant, and they have 2 grown children named Sophie and Nikki. Now, you're going with dual timelines because quite a bit is a story of 2005, which is supposed to be the present time, and her and Grant have been married for 28 years, and they have grown children, and Sophie's pregnant, and all that. Well, the other timeline isn't back in the 70s when Grant and Annabelle were first married, and they moved to New York as a young couple, and they live with another couple who have twin toddlers. And while they are living with them, Jeremiah, which is the other man in the household, and Annabelle have an affair. Yeah. So they end up not being together, of course, because she stays with Grant, and her and Grant move to New Hampshire. So you're going back and forth between the dual timelines, and I really like the timeline in the 70s. I really love that because they were in New York, and Grant was working a lot, so he was never there. And then the other wife, Carly, was never there. So then Jeremiah and Annabelle are like, they're watching the kids, and they start getting really close, and and they don't mean to, but they fall in love. Yeah. So then you jump back to 2005, where Sophie, which is Annabelle and Grant's daughter, is pregnant, and she's on bed rest. And Annabelle goes to help her because her husband is in Brazil doing a documentary. So Annabelle goes to stay with her daughter, who is on bed rest, and yeah. So you're going back and forth in the 2005 and 1970. What I really liked about this book was how the author seamlessly went back and forth between the timelines, because sometimes you'll read a book and they don't do a good job. Like you're reading and they switch and you're like, whoa, what happened? But Maddie Dawson, she did a good job going back and forth. So, like I said, I'm giving it 3.8 stars. I think if the beginning would have been better, I would have given it a 4. But like I said, I didn't really like the beginning. So, if you pick this up and you start reading it and you're kind of like, I don't know, keep going because it does get better. I connected with Annabelle as a character. And Grant, I couldn't really connect with him as much. He was the absent father. Well, I wouldn't say father, absent husband, because he was there for the kids, but he really wasn't there for Annabelle. Yeah. And then Jeremiah, who is the man she had the affair with back in the 70s, I didn't like. He was very arrogant and kind of aloof and kind of, yeah. So I didn't really like him. And then Carly, which was Jeremiah's wife, she didn't go into detail about her at all. She was a dancer, so she was never there because they were in New York and they're trying to, she's putting on a show and stuff. So they really didn't even talk about her. So, yeah, she doesn't really count as a character to me. So, anyway, 3.8 stars. It was pretty good. I liked it. Yep. I'm not sure I'd pick something else. Sorry about that train, guys. There's trains here all the time. So, yeah. Am I going to look for other books by Maddie Dawson? Maybe. Probably not anytime soon. But, like, if I came across one of hers and it was free, then I might read it. Yeah. Anyway, that's all I have for today. If you like this video, give me a like and a subscribe. And don't forget to check back for more book videos coming up soon. Thanks, friends. I'll see you next time.